Woo! Love when my hair is drying in the morning, plus the humidity. But I am driving right now to North Houston. I've got a full weekend of yoga training with one of my favorite teachers of all time, Giaconda Parker. I actually did her New Year's retreat in Sri Lanka this year, so that's where I spent New Year's. But I saw she was doing a training. She's based out of Austin, and she was doing this training actually in Houston. 8 hours today, 6 hours tomorrow, and it's called embodied sequencing. So it's just like a refresher on coming up with sequences, how to be both like creative but super intentional, whether it's driving towards like a peak pose, if it's theme based. But yeah, we're gonna do 2 practices led by G each day, and then we'll have like labs basically break up into pairs. I think they had 16 spots total, so it's like a smaller group, which is awesome. Nice little intimate group for 8 hours a day, 6 hours tomorrow. Super stoked about it. It's 45 minutes from the house, so I don't have to like spend a bunch of money like for a hotel or anything either. And when you're a yoga teacher, you have to do 30 hours continued education every year. So this gets me 12 credits, which is awesome. So checks that box with a teacher near my hometown. And I'm, trying to dive back into yoga, honestly, right now. The retreat was a great start for that. But I've just been teaching so much strength, so much Pilates the last like 2 years. I rarely teach yoga, and if I do, it's usually the Bikram sequence, like the hot yoga sequence, 26 and 2. But I've been taking a lot more Ashtanga lately. I think that's like my happy place, and that was my first training in India. So I kind of want to get back to that. But with that, it's not about creative sequencing, but I think tying in some of like that primary series, and then maybe like infusing it with little different bits here and there might be kind of my jam. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for it today, and I'm about to be there in like 30 minutes. And the first day was so good. The practice alone just made me so happy. I love how G sequences her flows and the stories that she ties into it while she does so, but we spent a lot of time just thinking about how to build up a pose, even if we don't use the peak pose, but using that as inspo for the flow. We reviewed our vayus, our bandhas, and yeah, work kind of in groups to create our own sequences, but it was just like a really great day with a good group of people. Oh, the sun is back out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think it's gonna rain a little bit more today, and then we're in the clear. So, anyways, headed back down for day 2 of the embodied sequencing workshop with Gia at the Atha Yoga Studio down in Houston. Super stoked. Yesterday was incredible. It was such a breath of fresh air to just be the student again. I'm like really diving deeper into being like a student and a practitioner of yoga at this moment in my life. Just trying to feel it in my body again, tune in and allow, like the creativity to kind of flow from there. And that's exactly what this workshop was all about. So it is perfect timing that this popped up. Being in a room full of other students and seasoned teachers, workshopping, talking about flows, talking about prana, talking about vayus, just it feels so good. It's such an amazing thing to be in a bunch of yoga teachers working on their craft. So I feel very grateful for that, and I feel so disconnected from my yoga practice right now. So it just felt like the first drop in again of coming back to it, and I'm really excited to like make yoga just a big part of my life again. I miss it dearly. So yeah, excited for day 2. 6 more hours. Let's go. And day 2 was so good, and I think everything I actually needed mentally. We talked a lot about nervous system regulation for our students, and it just hit home so hard for me, and it's some good lessons I'm going to take into the rest of my training for life.